Okay, I want to make this video talking about the black community. All right. Uh, I want to talk about the welfare state. All right. In the black community, when you're living on welfare, right, you basically dependent on the government for your survival. Right. Uh, when you depend on the government for housing and food and medical expenses and things like that, basically, a lot of people don't talk about it, but basically, you are living under communism. Communism is when the people depend on the government for their survival. And this is what's happening in the black community. Communism kills capitalism, okay? Because you don't have that incentive to really work and get the things that you need to survive. This is why you have such a lack of black-owned businesses and things like that in the black community because they don't really have that drive. They don't have that drive. They just getting too much from the government, man. And I told people, I said, I think that it's intentional. I think intentionally they try to keep blacks in a communist-like environment to keep them from to try to kill off your drive. I'm not the type of person to say that all white people are racist, but I do believe that white supremacy is real, and I think white supremacy has a agenda to keep blacks from moving forward, and one of the ways they do it is by keeping you in a communist-like environment where you depend on the government to take care of you, and when you do that, this kills your motivation to really push and really uh, gain economic power. You know what I'm saying? Basically, uh, they pacifying you. They pacifying you, keeping you a baby where you can't move forward. You see what I'm saying? If you spoil your kids and you keep giving your kids everything that they want without having to to have to work for or earn it, then they have no work ethic. You hinder them from uh, building a work ethic and really building things for themselves. That's why you don't want to spoil your children. The government is doing that same thing to black people, but I feel like it's being done intentionally. I feel like it's an intentional thing to keep blacks. I'm not trying to say the white man is holding the black man down or nothing like that, but I feel like it's a trap, and a lot of black people are falling for the trap. Okay, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with getting some help, but when you think it's a good idea to depend on the government for everything that you have, understand that you pretty much a slave. You pretty much back in slavery. That's basically what it is. It's just like on a plantation. On a plantation, you have to depend on the master for everything that you have. Your food, your water, your housing. You have to depend on the white slave master for everything that you have. That's basically what welfare is. Okay? That's basically what Section 8 is. All of that is to put you back on a plantation. Okay? So slavery and communism is almost the same thing. It's not exactly the same thing, but they both have that environment or that idea of depending on somebody else for your survival. And when you depend on somebody else for your survival, you can't have power. There's no way you can build economic power. It's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that, man. And go ahead and subscribe. I'll be making more videos. This is gonna be somewhat of a political channel. Uh, you see the title is called the Illuminati, so you already know I'm gonna be talking about conspiracies and things like that. So yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.